So here we need to convert the following degree measure to its corresponding radian measure. Let us begin. So first, let's state how to do it. We know that if we have 180 degrees, so that is equivalent to pi radians. We need to remember this. Then 1 degree can be also expressed as pi over 180. So that means 1 degree is equivalent to pi over 180 radian. So we will use this particular relation. So let's go to the first problem. So here we have in problem number 1 the angle 300 degrees. We need to convert it to radians. All we have to do is rewrite 300 as 300 times 1 degree. So what we'll do, we'll now replace the value of 1 degree with pi over 180 radians. Now here 0 and 0 gets factored out. We have 6 times 3 is 18 and 6 times 5 is 30. So that means we have 5 pi over 3 radians. So this is the equivalent radian measure of 300 degrees. Moving on to the second one, we have number 2, which is 35 degree. All we have to do is take 35 and multiply it with pi over 180 degrees. Okay, so we'll start with 5. So 5 times 7 is 35. So we have 7 pi in the numerator, and 5 times 36 is 180. So that means 35 degree in terms of radian will be 7 pi over 36 radians. Moving on to the third one. In the third one, we have negative 56 degrees. Now we don't have to worry about the negative sign. We'll be working with 56 degrees. So we have 56 multiplied to pi over 180 radians. So this will be negative. So we have 56 over 180. When we factor out the common terms, we will be left with 14 pi over 45. So that's going to be the radian measure or the radian equivalent of negative 56 degree. We also have to mention the negative sign here. Fine. Moving on to number 4, we have 135 degrees. So that will be equals to, we have 135 multiplied to pi over 180 radians. So that will be equivalent to 3 pi over 4 radians. So 135 degrees, the radian equivalent will be 3 pi over 4 radians. Very simple. Moving on to the fifth one. So fifth one here we have 7 degree and 30 minutes. So we'll need to convert the 30 minutes to degrees. Okay, let's do that. We know that 60 minutes, so that's equivalent to 1 degree. So 30 minutes, so that will be equivalent to half degree. So we have 7 degree and 30 minutes, so this will be 7 half degrees. So what we have done, in place of 30 minutes, we have replaced with half degrees. So we have 7 half degrees. Now what's 7 half degrees? That's nothing but 15 over 2 degrees. Now what we'll do, we'll take 15 over 2 degrees and multiply it with pi over 180. And this is going to give us the radian measure, or our radian measure is going to be pi over 24. So this is the equivalent radian measure of 7 degree 30 minutes. Moving on to the fourth one, we have 125 degree 30 minutes. Now let's do that. Number 6, we have 125 degree and 30 minutes. So first we'll convert 30 minutes to its equivalent degree. So we say have 60 minutes equivalent to 1 degree. So 30 minutes will be equivalent to half degrees. So that means we have 125 half, this is going to be in degrees. So this is equivalent to, so 125 times 2 is 250, 250 plus 1, so that's 251. So we have 251 divided by 2. So this is the degree equivalent of 125 degree 30 minutes. Now we want to convert it to radians. All we have to do is take 251 over 2 and multiply it with pi over 180 radians. Okay, so this gives us finally 251 pi divided by, so 180 times 2 will be 360. So this is the radian measure or the radian equivalent of 125 degree and 30 minutes. Then we move on to the seventh problem. So our final problem, that's negative 47 degree 30 minutes. Okay, we have negative 47 degrees and 30 minutes. So we'll convert 30 minutes to its degrees. So that will be simply 47.5 degrees. So this will be equals to 95 over 2 degrees. So we have negative 95 over 2 multiplied to pi over 180 radians. So this is going to give us the final value, negative 19 pi over 72 radian. So this is the radian equivalent of negative 47 degree 30 minutes.